Right, guys, I'm doing my Q&A. This is gonna take me longer than I thought. I didn't think you guys wanted to know this much. That's okay. I said I would answer all the questions, so I'm not going back on it. I was just a little bit overwhelmed when I was putting them all into like a oh my god, a Word document. Is like 1 out of 7. There's 7 pages of questions. Okay, so if you're gonna stay with me for 7 pages of questions, you're a real one. I'm gonna go straight into it, okay, because there's a lot. Like, for example, the first person asks 4 questions. How greedy. But I'm gonna answer all of them for you anyway. Okay, so XOXO Nevada. I have got all your names on here as well, because I wanted you to hear your questions, you know what I'm saying? And I'll put them all on the screen when I edit this video as well. Okay, so my favorite food, I don't know, I can never pick favorites. I feel bad for all the others. I love Mexican food though, and I do love the white dragon fruit, and I love steak. Love beef, like brisket. Oh, so fire. Favorite place in the UK to go out? What type of out? Like out? I had a really fun night at dance hall karaoke. They did a night that I enjoyed. I don't really know. I don't really go out too much, I'll be real. What inspired you to make music and the lyrics? It depends which song you're asking about. There's everything can be a music inspiration. I did see a quote recently, and it was like, I only ever write when I'm falling in love or when I'm falling apart, and I really love that quote. I definitely relate to that, so yeah. And what was your favorite bar from any of your pen games? Ooh, okay, probably one of the ones I really liked in my first battle, when I was like, you ain't gonna tump me, you need Olympic training to jump me.
Straight hunting, predator is hungry, as you are for attention is ugly. I see what I want, she ain't gonna tump me, you need Olympic training to jump me. Don't do slaps or hair pulling, mash features with mapping, straight punches, stick to road munching.
I just thought that bar was cold. I really liked it, so yeah, I'll probably say that one. Okay, also, if I say any of your ats wrong, please don't come for me, because some of these ats are really rare and some of them I just don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just going to do my best and you can laugh at me. Okay, what have we got? Oh my god. Okay, Anaria Valentino. Okay, bougie. Oh my god, I love your vids, thank you so much. My question is, when did you have a son and how was that like for you? Like, what changes did you notice mentally before and after? Love you. Oh, thank you so much, that's lovely. Love you back. When did I have my son? I actually gave birth the day the country went into lockdown for the very first time. So it was the 23rd of March 2020. And yeah, so I found out the day before I was only allowed 1 person with me because they were changing all the rules. I gave birth in high risk because they closed down all the maternity unit because they were like virus, blah, 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 even though it was all bullshit. And so yeah, it was a lot, I can't lie. Changes mentally before and after, a lot. It rocks your whole world, turns your life upside down, but also the greatest thing that ever happens to you. I could literally do a whole like 2-hour talk on that, so I'm gonna have to keep it moving a little bit, but yeah. I did say before in the video, like, I'm gonna start like talking to you guys more, doing like pods, but more time I'm gonna be doing it like here. I'm gonna buy a mic so that it all sounds better, and yeah, I'm just gonna start with what I've got. I'm getting off topic there, but I will touch more onto that when I go into like my own, that sort of stuff. Okay, dynamic duo 1 2 3. How do you cope with all the attention, both positive and negative, on the internet? Getting so many opinions from people you don't know isn't normal, so I'm sure there have been times of self-doubt with reading so much about yourself. What routine have you cultivated to bring yourself back to the center after you post or say something that gets a lot of attention? I'm a big fan from the States. Keep doing your thing. Thank you so much. That was also so well written. I guess before I got a lot of like attention online, I think like I dropped a song called Maggie in My Hand. Was it last year or was it the year before now? I'm not too sure. But basically I got a lot of hate for that song and I really didn't expect it. And in that moment I just kind of realized, like, it doesn't matter what I do, like, they're always going to say something. And you know, you do one thing and you just, like you said, you get like a million different opinions. You kind of just gotta know yourself deeply and be really secure, because you'll read a lot of stuff about you. The positive thing is that I can read them and I can be like, lol, what is that what you think? Like, and I kind of see it as like a superpower that only I know, like really me, and only I know everything that's gone on in my life, because people will think they know everything about you. So I almost don't like to tell them everything, because I think if that's what you think, keep thinking. But yeah, I don't really have a routine. I would just say, like, in life you have like ups and downs anyway. So, you know, when you're down, I think like I tend to stay away from reading a lot of comments if I'm feeling down anyway, just because I don't think it's healthy for your brain to literally read negative stuff, whether it's about you or anything, when you're feeling down. But yeah. And then from Hitter, big up Hitter, did some beats for me when I first started making music. Dream location for the mansions that you've got in mind. Do you know what? It's not even like a mansion. Like, I genuinely have a dream of like land and like a massive farmhouse with a porch that wraps all the way around, and then a couple of like annexes and like a family compound and my own livestock. That's actually the ultimate dream for me. So it's not even like bougie mansions, I'll be real. I just want animals and land and like raise my babies on a farm. How cool would that be? Sapphira, P70, hey, hi Missink, I loved your Pengame rap battles. How long have you been spitting for, and what was it that got you into it to begin with? Thank you so much. So I've been spitting bars, I'd say, since I was like 11. Not consistently, but it all started when I was 11. And what got me into what? Spitting bars or Pengame? Pengame, anything to do with battle rap. They asked me. It was never something that I thought was going to do in my life. It didn't actually have a lot of like pull for me, like soul-wise, spirit-wise. I just kind of did it because I could. Ended up being good at it. Well, got noticed for it. So yeah. What got me into like music, if that's what you're asking? I've done music for as long as I can remember. I'll be so real. Esteban Akeem, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Professional question: am I planning any collabs for upcoming project, nationally, internationally, and who would they be? Or even if it's just a dream or wish? Oh, okay. At the moment, it's kind of just like I'm trying to backlog music that I've done. So I would say there's a couple of like friends that I haven't made songs with yet, and we're both like artists and we've been friends for ages, and I'm like, why don't we have a fucking song together yet? But other than that, I'm kind of just focusing on trying to get my stuff moving, and my brain doesn't really, I think like it will happen organically. But like dream collabs, I don't know, be like 50 Cent, like US Russ, like Sydney Renee, like on an R&B track would be amazing. There's literally loads. Guys, there are loads, okay? And the personal question from the same person: could you show your notebooks and handwriting? Oh my gosh, I really love that question. I'm assuming that you've somewhere seen all me talk about how many notebooks I have. I actually want that to have its own video, so I might do like my own short showing you all my notebooks, because I have a lot. Like I have, like, guys, it would take up I got like 2 shelves full of notebooks, okay? But I'd also love to show you my handwriting, because I do like my hand. I just think that'd be cute. Thanks for asking that question. That is going to be a whole other content idea, so thank you very much. Okay, Sam Woods. Hey Sam, been following you for a few weeks now, and I think your skill is amazing and very quick-witted. Do you find it hard juggling family life with everything else you've got going on, i.e. your music and your videos and stuff? Yeah, I'd say like it's definitely hard, but it's also like always what I've wanted to do. I would say it's like, it's just finding about like the right balance. I struggle with burnout all the time. Like I'm gonna be transparent. Like I literally do. I get overwhelmed a lot. But that happened before I had attention online. Like I would burn out, get overwhelmed with even just like looking at my phone. So now that like a lot of stuff is on my phone, I do get burnt out pretty easy. The gym is like my savior. The sauna, all that type of stuff. Live for that. But yeah, I would say it is hard, but it's so worth it. I've had the same dream like my whole life. I knew that I was never going to sit down and work in an office job, which is probably why I flew through 45 fucking jobs before the age of 25. So yeah, and now I is here officially my own boss. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, Robin Hunter. When did you realise you were creative and artistic? I'm also curious to know if your parents encouraged it. And random, but what's your zodiac sign? I love it when you guys like add like 3-4 questions in one. Like, okay, zodiac sign is a Cancer. I'm a water sign. Rising Sag, and moon is Virgo. Not that like I believe I really believe in them. I'll be honest. Like I kind of got sucked into it at one point, but I feel like there's truth to it. But I think it's bullshit. You know, when a girl is like, you get the zodiac girls, and they're like, oh, you're definitely this, you're definitely that, and I'm thinking wrong, but take that and hold it. Okay, what else did you ask? Sorry, when did you realize you're creative and artistic? I don't know when I wouldn't say like I suddenly one day I realized and I was like, oh, holy shit, like I'm a bit creative, you know, guys. I think it's just I've always had a love for the arts. I've always been less of like, I was like all right at maths and science, less maths and science, more like written. When I was in year 3, so how old is that? Like, guys, help me out. I don't know, like 7, 8. In primary school, junior school, I set up a writing club. Every Wednesday after school we had to write poetry, or we had to write creative writing, or something like that. Just people that love to write. Like I've always loved to write. I do want to write a book as well one day. Did my parents encourage it? My mum played the flute growing up, and she never got to like go like all the way, so I was classically trained in flute till grade 5, but I always wanted to play the sax. No judgment though, because you know, flute is beautiful. And then off the back of that, I self-taught piano and ukulele, because my dad plays a bit of piano. I just always loved the sound of it, and I wanted to be able to sing while I did an instrument as well. What else? Evelyn Winters. I have a couple. You guys are really just like taking the whole question and running with it. Yeah. I should have said one each. What is your hair care routine? It's so pretty and consistent. Oh my god, and I can never get my hair like that. First of all, thank you so much. That's so lovely. My hair is naturally like curly, wavy. I water and then I put conditioner in, and then I put conditioner in again and I leave it in, but I'm way too cheap to buy a leave-in conditioner because I'm not justifying that money on myself. I'll just use normal conditioner and do the same fucking thing. And then I have like this Dream Curls L'Oreal thing, which like I just like scrunch in after. I got it for like from like £4 from Home Bargains. It's not expensive. So they do it in Boots as well though, but it's just more expensive than Home Bargains. So yeah, I'm always a baddie on a budget, guys. Always. I hate spending money on myself, clothes, shoes, makeup, hair. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I feel like even if I was super rich, like I just couldn't. I don't know. Okay, maybe I could. We'll see. How do you, this is the same from Evelyn as well. How do you feel when you're on stage in a rap battle? Is it nerve-wracking, scary, or exciting? I would say you have a bit of, okay, number one, it depends. It's a very different vibe when I was on Don't Flop and Premiere versus Pengame. Pengame's like, can be quite hostile and low vibe. Like it's very, unless you're there, like it's very hard to explain. But like, you know, when I was doing rap battles on the other platforms, like the acapella ones, like you'd meet them really, like, you know, you go up and you introduce them before and it's like all good vibes, and then the ones on Pengame, they were just fucking weird as fuck, man. Like I'm just so glad that's behind me. So I would just say like before it was just kind of like a bit of adrenaline, more like excited, just like fun. The Pengames one, defo more adrenaline and just kind of like I would just get into a zone. I don't really know how to explain the emotion, just kind of like, all right, let's fucking do it. Like I don't really know. And last question from the same person, what's the funniest hate comment you've ever gotten? Oh my god, I get loads on the daily, so I don't really know. One that genuinely made me like laugh out loud, I think, is I was on my phone and I was like singing my son to sleep, and I read a comment and it said like, go get custody of your fucking kids. And I just looked at it, and then I looked at my son that I'm tucking into bed, as I do every night, and I just laughed and put down the phone. I was like, gosh, because you guys care and believe everything that comes out of people's mouths, like way too crazy. Siruch2144, Siruch, I'm not too sure. What's the movie that sums up the story of your life? You guys are going so deep with questions. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I actually can't answer that one. Oh wait, they put at the end all your favourite movies. Thank God you say that. My favourite movies. Again, guys, I don't know. Favourite. Okay, Stuck in Love is definitely up there because the casting, the soundtrack, the storyline, I just love it. Absolutely love it. Forrest Gump was always one of my favourites, but you know, Tom Hanks is Snoodfall, so I don't fucks with him anymore since I discovered the truth of Hollywood and the industry. So yeah. What other films? Like, guys, there's loads of films that I love. Paid in Full. My son is named after someone in Paid in Full. Love that film. There's loads. I could talk forever on movie. I always got a movie or a series playing in the background while I'm working. So yeah, I love it. Kizzle 08. I do recognise Kizzle 08. You've definitely commented on a lot. Thank you for being a consistent supporter. Can you come to Australia? There are some bars that do rap battles. Would love to meet you. I would love to go to Australia one day. As long as they, you know, exterminate all the spiders that live there. Be great. Be fine. I probably will touch down there one day. I haven't travelled a lot. I didn't come from like a family like with money and stuff, and I could also come from a big family, so we didn't really like go abroad. I didn't go abroad the first time until I was like 14, 15, and that was with school for 5 days on a trip, and then once with my first boyfriend when I was like 18, and again that was for literally like 5-6 days, and also they were both to Greece. So your girl has really not seen the world, okay? But would love to meet you also, would I like to add. One day. I do want to bungee jump off the bridge in Australia. It's like the highest part you can like bungee jump from in the world, like the highest jump. I'd love to do that. And my middle name is Adrenaline. Okay, Shaking Dreads. Hold on. Are you fucking mad? I've only just bought this and put it on, and I'm dripping milkshake down it. I'm not drinking that again, so I've taken this top off. Right. Shaking Dreads. If you could sit and have dinner with any 4 people, past or present, who would they be and why? Wow. Okay, number 1, Jesus. Straight up. Jesus. Absolutely 50 Cent. Guys, no one will ever know my love for that man. Just like his mentality, the way that he handles everything. Like, if you know, you know, okay? But yeah, so who have I said? Jesus, 50 Cent. Can you imagine Jesus a bit? I'd love that. Oh, I get excited like it's gonna happen and it's not. Okay, I've got 2 more. Jesus, 50 Cent. Maybe Amy Winehouse. She's just like iconic. I also low-key love to know what really happened. I'm really shit at this. Like I can't even think. You can have 3, okay? I can't really think of another one. When I say I can't think, it's because there's so many people that I would love to meet and gain like knowledge from, or hear just like stories. I just don't know. I'm sorry, that was a rubbish answer. You can cuss me out. Thai sweet chili. Workout routine or workout routine ? Skincare routine. I do post some of my workouts. I don't really have like a workout routine that I stick to. Sometimes I just need to go in and punch something so that I don't punch somebody. Other times I've got more mental focus and I can train a part of my body. All depends on what's going on up here, guys. Okay, sometimes I can focus, sometimes I just need to get out what's on the inside so that I can go about my day and be just a girl. Skincare routine. I wash that shit with water and turmeric soap. It's like turmeric and sandalwood. I get it from the shop around the corner. And then cream. I make my own skin cream. Yeah, I've been making my own skin cream for about a year. I do want to start selling it at some point. I just don't really know how to go about it, so I don't know, maybe I'll ask ChatGPT how I set that up later. And I can't really tell you all my ingredients without just telling you guys, but 2 main ingredients: shea butter and castor oil. I live for castor oil. Castor oil on my belly. I healed an ovarian cyst with castor oil. Everything castor oil. Put in your belly button every night, you'll have a flat tummy. You are welcome. It also helps with periods. It's the most deepest penetrative oil in the world. But anyway, enough on castor oil, because this is supposed to be about me. VVS Mob, do you like art because you seem so creative? I can appreciate art. I wouldn't really say like there's artists, as in like artists that I like follow or stuff. But yeah, I can definitely appreciate all art, and I do enjoy like creating drawings and stuff like that, but I feel like my style is very niche, and again, it's literally all dependent on what's up in my brain. Whatever I'm feeling that day is what comes out. It's very on par with my mental. Oh shit. Okay, what's the next one? RFZ8P. Okay, if that's your name. What ethnicity are you, and what's your favorite country to visit? So I am English. Duh. No, I'm English. I'm Welsh. I was born in Wales, and Sicilian. So my mum is half Welsh, half Sicilian. My dad is English. But my dad is also ginger, and you know they all said that whole thing recently that if you're ginger, like, you're also black. So you know what I'm saying, somewhere down the line, obviously the 0.00001%, it runs through my veins. What's my favorite country to visit? Well, I've only been to Greece twice, so at this point I'm gonna have to say Wales, aren't I? HKR016. Some of these aren't actually names, just reading out some little codes, but that's all right. That's all right. How did you start rapping? What was your process journey like from beginner to your style today? Interesting question. Okay, so I started rapping. I have said this before, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. I started rapping when I was 11.
And I'm 11.
Okay, and this guy called The Realist brought out a diss track against Eminem and Dr. Dre. I was fuming. My 11-year-old self was foaming at the mouth.
The fact that some little stupid pathetic head has brought out this, well, they're gonna cream you.
That he thought that he'd come out and diss my God.
We're like Eminem followers. We know all the words to most of his tracks. He's absolutely amazing. He's a lyrical genius.
Eminem. So I wrote a diss track.
How dare you? Who do you think you are? Dissing the biggest ever stars.
Made my sister rap the second verse.
She's 11, I'm 9. We'll dish you all the time.
Opened my mum and dad's laptop, recorded it, put it straight on YouTube, and that's where it all started.
Boom!
Compared to my style today, my style is still developing. That whole, like, you got to find your sound. I don't think you ever find your sound. I mean, you can all speak for yourself in it. I do so many different genres. I'm constantly experimenting. And I feel like over the last year, have I only really just come into, like, my singing voice? Like, my what is good for my voice, what sounds best for me. Like, I feel like you get caught up in trying to sing the same as, like, other people. I did anyway. I never liked my voice. And then when I embraced my natural voice, I've actually kind of started to like it over the last year. So yeah, it's just, I think it's different for everybody, but it has been a long journey, experimenting, all that shit, all that jazz. Frosty Feet, nice nice app. If by any chance you will stream games as a sidekick, I just don't play any. Like, if you guys can suggest games that are, like, easy to play and I don't have to, like, do a massive tutorial on how to learn how to play it, because you know, like, the whole, like, game thing, the thing is, I don't know how to use a console. So it's one thing learning how to play the game, but learning how a console works, you do that shit when you're like 7, and then it's second nature as an adult. Like, starting now just seems a pretty overwhelming. Like, I'd rather stream something else. Like if I played Subway Surf, if I streamed that, would you guys watch it? Let me know. I can do Subway Surf. Eddie Sterling, have you ever considered doing a battle in the USA or Canada no beat style? So I have done a couple a cappella ones. I've done 4. 2 with Don't Flop, 2 with Premier Battles. Would I ever consider doing it in the USA or Canada? I feel like I don't, it's tricky. I would probably do like 1 in the USA and maybe like 1 in Canada. What's that one that, like, I saw recently? Is it called like Rhythm and Poetry or something? It's like Eminem that does it, and there was I saw these 2 girls do a battle. That one looks quite cool. I'd probably do one like that. But guys, my thing is just that I know that a lot of people found me via battle rap, but I only just kind of said yes to it to just do it, not because I ever wanted to do it like long term or that's what I wanted to be. Just because I'm good at it doesn't mean I'm staying at it. So yeah, I feel like maybe I will, but that's not what I'm trying to touch down in the UK, in the US to do. Like, do you know what I'm saying? My focus isn't I need to get to the US so I can battle rap. Oh my goodness, it definitely is not that at all. Like, for real. Abigail King, are you born again Christian? Do you go to church? What led you to Christ? God bless. What led me to Christ was the darkness in my life. I've been through many things. There was a couple things that really rocked me, really turned my life upside down. And through those, I definitely got closer. I got sucked into like New Age spirituality. I was 8. I went to Mormon church as a kid with my aunt. Did like DMT, opened up about the universe, explored the whole universe, only to feel safest when I called out Jesus' name. However, religious people is who killed Jesus. I feel people tend to miss this. Church isn't always the best place for you to be. There is a church that I go to sometimes. I haven't been in a while though, I'll be completely honest. Because I go where my soul feels pulled. Sometimes I feel like I do more work for me, for others, for my family outside of church. And yeah, I don't think it's all, I don't think Jesus intended to create religion. In fact, the earliest churches that opened after, Jesus was gone was Mary Magdalene talking about self-enlightenment. So I feel like the message gets mixed, but Jesus's name is the strongest, I believe. Okay, this is what I say. I don't follow a religion. I follow Jesus. That's basically what I go off. And she said, God bless you. God bless you also, Abigail. Drip hop. That's cool. I always get amazed from your flows. Very curious about your composition progress. A shout out to Daniel Zedai. Shout out. My composition process is different for whatever I write. Sometimes I can be driving in the car and a melody will come to me, or like, you know, a little bar or a little rhyme scheme, and I'll like whip my phone out and record myself doing it so I don't forget it. Other times I can be like falling asleep, something will come to me. Other times I sit down to do a writing session and I'm trying to get some creative flows. It's very, very different. It's never the same for like any track that I do. I'll be completely real with you. Sheldon 198720111. Which side of your family do you get your beautiful eyes, and did your son get them too? That's very lovely. My mom and dad both have beautiful eyes. My mom has big green eyes and my dad has big blue eyes. I've got blue green eyes. All my brothers and sisters, they've all got stunning eyes as well. Only my younger brother Latham got like the proper big, like dead green eyes, just like my mom, like pure green. They're stunning. So yeah, my son, he's got this. Is my dad actually said this the other day. We had this conversation. I said to my little boy, I said, you know, you've got mommy's eyes. And he said, no, I don't. He said, we don't have the same colour. I said, oh no. I said, you don't have the same colour. I said, but you have my eyes. And then my dad added, he said, you've got the same sparkle and life in your eyes as your mom does. And I just loved that, because I see that as well. I see me in him so much. It's beautiful. Pancake, were you going to do a 2v2 on Pengame? If so, who with? Love your music so much, by the way. You stay on repeat. Thank you so much. Honestly, you know, when I read stuff like that, I just think like, what? Like, people will be listening to my stuff back to back. What? I just think that's so cool. If I was going to do a 2v2 on Pengame, I'd have probably done it with Cheeks, to be honest. Just because we kind of like spoke about it when we were both asked, like if you had to choose. I just kind of said Cheeks because we get along really well, like energy wise. We bounce off each other. She's a great girl. Other than that, if I could have another choice, I'd probably choose Passive, just because he's cold as fuck, and like I genuinely love that guy's flows and bars. I think he's just like absolutely fucking phenomenal. I love it. Blown away every time I hear him pick up the fucking mic. Iron Veron 444. Is there a movie or television series that catches your attention? Most of the top 10 on fucking Netflix. I love Power. Okay, I loved Power, and then the Power Book and Raising Canaan, Ghost. All of them. I've watched all of them. I'm up to date on everything. I love it, mate. But there's loads that I love. The Walking Dead. Yeah, I grew up watching The Walking Dead. I fucking love Dower Dixon, mate. So yeah, there's loads. There's loads. I am like definitely like a little. I fall in love with fictional characters. Okay, just that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Luke P. How long did it take to film Fruit Twist? Well, we did 3 days? 3 days in total. It wasn't like the whole day. It was just like, so it was like maybe like 2 hours for the car scene, 1-2 hours, and then we did an hour and a half in the shop, and then the other bits where it's like in the sun, I kind of just got Corey to record me and set my phone up just to get little snippets, and that was just while we were chilling throughout the day. We recorded bits for it. So yeah, all in all, probably about like, if I had to, maybe like 5-6 hours, all of it. It wasn't too long, but we just had different, sometimes we bust it all out literally in a couple hours, but because we wanted different performance shots. That one was longer. Nerdy Elliptic Wolf, crazy ant. My question is, what made you get into rap, and how it being? Okay, what made me get into rap? I don't really think there's a point where I was like, oh, like I should go into rap. I think it's more like I've always written songs, I've always done it. I literally grew up listening to hip hop, American rap as well. I didn't grow up listening to UK rap. I didn't even hear a UK artist until I was about 13. I think I was 13. And it's my dad's friends, who's kind of like my older brother growing up, because he was quite young. My dad is young. because he was quite young, he showed me Coke's Fire in the Booth when I was about 12 or 13, and I tell you, I knew every word by like 2 days later. And then Gets His Fire in the Booth was the second one, and then I kind of started listening to more UK rap. But then I went on to like a phase of Gecko, and I was like, but before that it was all American. That's what I grew up on. So I feel like I also lived with my dad for a while. My mum and dad separated for a little bit when I was about 5. They got back together and had all my little brothers and that. But during that time, it was a very impactful like time in my childhood. I stayed with my dad. We'd be out with his friends listening to music. I was always a daddy's girl. Like I literally rode in the front seat everywhere. Everyone, even his friends, had to sit in the back, and they knew it when I was a kid. I dictated everybody. So I say to my dad now, like I remember being like 5 and turning to my dad and saying, Daddy, like I need gold teeth, like I need like all bottom gold, because that's what I used to see the rappers doing in like 50 Cent's music video and stuff. And I say to my dad now, I was like, looking back, I was never really gonna be anything else, if we're being completely honest. And you know, he agrees. Sophia 34, hey girl, love your work, thank you so much, and enjoy everything you do. You're such an icon, I swear. Guys, stop! I'm reading these live and you're gonna make me blush. Are you a night owl or an early bird, and do you prefer to stay with the little one or go out with friends? You can't actually see it, but there is a drawing on this wall. Maybe I should give you a tour of this wall, where it says Child of the Moon. That's what I call myself. I've always been a night owl, a raging insomniac. It doesn't really go hand in hand well with being a mom when you gotta get up early and stuff. But it's how I've always been. I'm most creative at night time as well. I find that's when everything comes to my soul. And do you prefer to stay with a little one or go out? Balance. I'm always out of the house because I'm at my sister's, or I'm at my family's, my mum and dad's house, or I'm at my friend's house. Would you like have little days out? Yeah, I would say like a really healthy balance. But even like if I'm staying in, I might be like staying in at my sister's or staying in with my family. I always see my family every day. Like it's rare that me and him just stay in on our own. Very rare. Shaking dreads. I feel like I already, were you dropping 2 questions on 2 comments? They're sneaky and think I wouldn't see. Okay, if you could visit any city or place in the USA, where would you go and why? Okay then, Texas, New York. Where else? Texas and New York, to be honest. They're the top ones. They are the top ones. I feel like there's definitely one other, but I can't even think of it off the top of my head. But they're my main ones. Yeah, even though I definitely still picture Texas as just like, you know, like deserts and cowboys and you know, cactuses and stuff like that. And I know we're really different when I get there, because that's a really like ignorant point of view, but that's just what you grow up thinking as a kid, and I've never been there as an adult, so why am I supposed to think anything different? But yeah, I would love to go to Texas. I did have a friend that went there recently, so I do know it's not actually that, but let me just dream, okay? Ellie N, are you ever going to go back to rap battle? Anyway, I fucking love you, and I think the podcast is a great idea. Keep up the work. Thank you so much. I'm ever going to go back to rap battle? Maybe. I won't be going back to platforms to rap battle. Officially you heard it here first. If you ever see me rap battling in the UK again, yeah, is more time going to be on my channel, and more time I'm going to invite people to come battle me. Then I'm in control. I own all the rights. And the environment will probably just be really fun and I'll have a great time. Which is what it should always be. No. But also thank you so much for your kindness there. I'm defo going to do the podcast. I've actually been dropping down stuff that I want to talk about and whatever, so it's coming. I've got other ideas for series that I'm going to do on YouTube as well, so I'm really excited. It's all go time now. Okay. Simply Justers, what are your opinions on trans right and the whole situation as a whole? We all have a right to our opinions. I love hearing different perspectives, whether it's positive or not. I've spoken about this many times, like on different podcasts or whatever. Like I do get a lot of backlash from it. I personally think you as an individual do whatever the fuck you want. It makes no difference to me. The second that I have to change my perspective and my beliefs to accommodate somebody else's is crazy to me. It's crazy, and I don't think that's okay. I also think that it being taught to children in schools is child abuse and is dangerous to our children, and I will stand on that hill till I'm shot on it. Come with your best gun. So yeah, again, I could talk about that for hours. Examples, back it up. For example, statistics of suicide are higher post surgery, which would probably indicate that changing yourself doesn't cure the issue, which would probably indicate that it's rooted somewhere deeper. And I've also been very interested in following a lot of people that have been detransitioning recently and talking about the realization that it wasn't the fact that they were trapped in the wrong body at all, and the devastation that they go through when they realize the surgery is irreversible, and they've just absolutely ruined their body. Some people are happier after, and that's fine, but not all people, and I feel like it's pushed as an automatic thing rather than looking at what else it could be. So yeah, sorry if anyone hates me for that answer, but I'm fully allowed to have that point of view, just like people are allowed to have the point of view that they are a boy and a girl and this and that and that's cool, innit? Just don't tell me that I've got to believe it as well, because that's when I'm gonna lose my shit. Lucky pee hole. Okay, that was it. That's a nice. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions here. Okay, what do you think about what's been happening in Palestine? One second, there's loads. Right, someone here I don't know about. Okay, what do you think about what's happening in Palestine? That has been, it's not just happening now, it's been happening for a long time. I'm 25, 26 this month. Woohoo. And I remember being 15 years old, sat on Omegle, yeah, which is like the chat room site, sat on Omegle, and I'd wrote a sign that said Free Palestine, and it was like on the back of a box, and I just sat it in front of my laptop and just let it run like all night while I'd sleep, so that everyone that would like click onto my chat room would just be greeted with this Free Palestine sign. So what do I think about it? I obviously think it's tragic, and people are always going to go back and forth, but how I can't see how anyone could say mass genocide isn't tragic. It's the same thing with abortion. Like there may be a valid reason that someone's got an abortion. I can still think that having to terminate an unborn child is sad, is bad, even if your reasoning may have so much justifiable reasons in that. The act of it I can still be sad about. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. What do you think about the guy in Kneecap getting charged with terrorism? I've not seen it. I don't watch mainstream news. I don't watch any mainstream news. I don't agree with it. I literally protest it, so no. So that one, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'll have to look it up after. And what do you think about what happened at Glastonbury, the BBC refusing to film them, and the guy before Bob Villain, I think, if you saw that clip? Just opinions on arts and censorship. Well, they say freedom of speech, but clearly that's not the case. I feel like I saw like a little bit about the Bob Villain. I'd never listened to his music before, but people were like, it's very known that he's like that, which made me just think, well, did they just book him to cause an outrage? So it's just another distraction for all, like, everything that we see for a reason. They want us to see it. Like if it's on BBC, they put it there for you to see for a reason. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they want you to all go crazy over whatever he said. So it's most likely just a tactic, and everyone's playing into it. But yeah, I don't really know about the whole situation. And I've never heard of Bob Villain. Did you mean Dylan? No. Oh no. I'm just going to shut up. Guys, we're not even halfway through. I'm going to be so real. I'll try to speed up. Okay, Stereo Realms. Will you do a feature with Trappy or someone else, or is it solo for now? I don't, obviously you missed that. I have said it on my Instagram before. I proudly, I don't associate with Trappy anymore. We did have 2 songs together, and they'll never see the light of day now. But I would definitely take my lyrics from them and put them on one of my own tracks because they was cold. But yeah, it's just kind of solo for now. There's a lot, like I said before, there's a lot of backlog, a lot of stuff that I'm trying to record that I've just had in my notes, and stuff that I just want to pump out some fresher stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it will happen organically when it's going to happen. XX Kia XX. Hey, how did you get signed to a studio? Baby, I'm not signed to nothing. I am completely independent, and I plan on remaining that way. So yeah, I'm not signed to any studio or anything. Mine Tap 100, do you like root beer? If so, Mug, Boxer or A&W? I've never tried root beer. I've never tried this. What, should I try it? Should I try it for you guys and do a little review on my YouTube shorts? Let me know. HKR016. As someone who is inspired by your rapping and hopes to rap someday, that's so lovely, thank you so much. Do you have any advice for people like me who want to start rapping and writing but don't exactly know how to? I would say, like, use it as an outlet. Like when you don't really know what to write about, sometimes you need experience, sometimes you need pain. I started writing through pain when I was younger, and that's how it all kind of started. I feel like it's going to be circumstantial, and it's going to be different to every single person. But also find what you like listening to, what kind of thing. It's hard to just kind of give out a blanket advice for everybody because everyone is so different. So I would kind of just say the biggest piece of advice I'd get is find something that you care passionately about, whether it's something that's happened in your life or someone that you care about, and try write about them, because for me it always stems from love or pain. So yeah, that's really the only advice I feel like I can give personally that might help. Charlie Knight, also recognise that name, shout out. Will you be returning to Pengame? I've already said that, absolutely will not. If not, how did you prepare for your battles? So a lot of people will be like, oh, they're freestyle. They ain't freestyle. Unless someone says I'm freestyling around, you get like usually a few weeks to write. You have a beat selection pack you choose your beats from, then you're told whether you have 60 or 90 seconds that you have to write them for each round. You write your rounds, you rehearse, ain't nothing I did was off the dome. It would have been nowhere near as good if it was off the dome. Yeah, I ain't that talented at freestyling. I like to write and go back and perfect. That's my shit. Mark Bowman 4270. Who was your childhood crush? My earliest childhood crush was definitely that little blonde curly haired boy from Peter Pan. And my sister always said that I looked like Wendy, or like I remind her of Wendy. And then when I was in year 11 and we had like our final like performance that we were being graded on, we played Peter Pan. Obviously I was Wendy, so it's just a full circle moment, guys. But yeah, it's defo Peter Pan, like the UK Peter Pan from early 2000s, whatever, blonde curly hair. If you know what I'm on about, yeah, and you know why. CHSB1233. Missink, is there going to be any rap battle with Sharbeat or Passive? Okay, well, obviously, like I've said, I'm not going to be battling on Pengame again. So if I invite them to come battle on my platform, then yeah, maybe so. I would defo prefer to battle Passive, just because I think it'd be an honour to battle him. I can't lie. I saw clips from Sharbee's one with Kusha, and I thought her flows were really good, but I'd definitely like to see like more from her, because I've not really heard or seen much else from her. Maybe I just need to look her up, but that could be on me. But yeah, I just need to look into it. But I feel like based off what I saw, the flows wise would have been like a better match than half my opponents, probably. J and Nicole, when will come to Australia? I feel like I already answered that one. Sorry, someone already had your question. I can't do it twice. Yeah, like I said, get rid of the spiders. I'm there. Plain, guys, some of these names. Plain Oolong. Huh? Okay. I hope you know that I'm talking to you. Yeah, Plain Oolong. Okay. What's something you wish more people knew about you? Can't wait to see your answers. Okay, that's a different one. What's something more people guys, I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a girl. I get anxious all the time over like, I don't get anxious about going on stage or about like performing or about doing any of that type of stuff, because I was born to do that and I love doing that. Okay, I get anxious about walking into a room or answering my front door or answering a no caller ID. That's when I get anxious. I get really anxious when I'm out. I don't like crowded places at all. So that's why I don't like going out to like lots of events and stuff, because I easily get overwhelmed. I like guys, I can't wait till I find a husband, and that's when I'll hit overseas, because I'm also terrified of being sex trafficked. Like, are you crazy? You think I'm just gonna go like all over the world by myself as just a girl? Crazy. Give me a husband that ain't about to play about me, yeah, and is willing to die for me. Not that he has to, obviously, just someone that cares about you enough that they would. And yeah, then I'm there. Other than that, not a fucking chance. What's my zodiac? I did say that earlier, but yeah, Cancer. Brett King, would you react to someone putting hands on you in Pengame, or just be nonchalant? Well, clearly you not watched my battle with Prinley, so you should go watch it so you can see how I do. So basically in round 2, she do you want to kiss my hand? And I said, don't touch me.
When I know that fox has got rabies and you're talking.
Okay. And then she come back on the final round and pushed me. And that's when I stepped to her because I was trying not to crash out because I'm thinking, you're just using it as an excuse to put hands on me now.
Had one wish will be rage and push you in a pool instead. And you bled out, Humpty Dumpty style.
But yeah, that's it really. I feel like if it was someone that like the relationship was different, like say if I was battling, let me try and think of fucking anybody else. If I was battling probably like 80% of the other battlers or whatever, and they did like it wouldn't have been a thing. But you got to understand, me and this girl didn't like each other. There was already tension. It was all, you could already feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's when I know you're using the battle as an excuse to put hands on me, and that's when I'm thinking,
we're here to battle. If you want to put hands on me, we can do a different battle.
You can't go.
Fuck off, you fat slag. What else? George Harsh. How do you not crash out when people are lying about you in the battle? Sorry, Georgia Harsh. Did I say that, or did I say George Harsh? Georgia, it's a girl. How do you not crash out when people are lying about you in the battle? I think it like kind of reverts back to earlier. Like, you've got to be self-secure, and you've got to understand, like, imagine they're saying stuff to me, and at the end of the round I'm like, oh well, actually, my baby father isn't black, and actually my mom never left me, and actually, like, I was 20 when I gave birth, and actually I would look like a fool. Like, because, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care. Think what you want. And the thing is, I'm not going to correct nothing that you say in the hopes that one of the other people that battle me think that's right, and they're going to leech off to that, and they're just going to be further wrong in their bars, which is what they all did anyway. The power lies in you. You react. You hand them the power. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's I don't really give a fuck. Think what the fuck you want, innit? Like, at the end of the day, I go home to my friends and family who know me, so I don't really give a fuck what a bunch of strangers think. I couldn't. Like, life's too short too. Okay. Chur Bunny, this my girl. The support is literally crazy off this girl. She's an amazing supporter. Shout out to her every single time. She says, let's go. I'm absolutely thrilled for you. You have no idea how proud I am of you. Even though we haven't met in person, I feel like we've built a little girls friendship online, and I truly treasure it. And I honestly don't think I've ever been this proud of someone I've only known through the internet. Sending blessings to you and your son. I'm happy for you both and can't wait to hear more amazing music. And for the Q&A, my question is, when are you gonna make an album? Okay, thank you so much for your comment and your support all the time. I literally appreciate you so much, and I love seeing your name pop up and see a comment. I'm just like, makes me warm inside. So thank you for all your kind words. When am I gonna make an album? Guys, I've been asking myself the same question for about a fucking year. Okay, but you know why I haven't made an album? It's because I'm just too like, my brain is just too scatty with music. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then my brain will get a new idea while this one's unfinished. Like, no, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll get another idea, and I'll be like this, I'll be like this, and I'll be like this, and it's just exhausting. It's honestly exhausting being inside my brain. If you could step in for 10 minutes, you might understand. But I want to. I just feel like, you know, when I've got more, you know, when like my finances are like proper set and like everything's just like in motion and the work is like kind of paying off a bit more, I think like probably then. But right now I'm trying to get out as much music consistently, like as singles, rather than a project. I will do projects, just not yet. I don't even know what I want to do the project on. I've got a few, that's what I'm saying. I've had like 3 different ideas for projects, and then like I scrap it because I want something better, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I feel like organically it'll just happen when it's gonna happen. Like there's so many things that I'm trying to focus on at the moment. I ain't trying to add an album on top of it. I don't know. Okay, do you know what? Why did I do a Q&A when I clearly don't fucking know anything? Okay, moving on swiftly like Taylor. Okay, what have we got? 4, 3, 2, Ash. Killing it. Question is, how do we know when you're performing live without getting meta involved? Probably a few of us out there like me who just stick to YouTube. Well, should be music to your ears that YouTube is my most active platform, because it's my most supported platform. So this is where I'm most active on. All my shorts that go on YouTube, I don't post all of them on Instagram or TikTok. They only like the odd one here and there. Everything I make, I pretty much just make for YouTube. So when I have got performances going on, there will be one that I'll be announcing soon for Birmingham for July. Okay, towards the end of July. I'm just waiting to be told that I can announce it all. But yeah, when that's, I will do videos. Okay, I'll let you know. I'll be doing shorts. Yeah, I'm performing here, and as we lead up, I'll be posting more and links and all that stuff. So I will keep you guys in the loop 100%. I promise. But thank you for your question. Okay, this is user blah, 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 blah. I got one question though. On a level, how do you keep your it's so funny because like, what? How do you keep your energy up so much is the question. I would say like, I don't really know. I would say it's kind of, I'm very like high energy, but I can also be very, very low. Like, it's from one extreme to the other, can happen at the flick of a switch. Sometimes can be very unpredictable. So I have what they call a borderline personality disorder. I don't like to label myself with it because I believe it's all spiritual anyway. But yeah, so it's kind of like life is a roller coaster. I wanna ride it all night long. I don't know what the melody is to the. Oh no, life is a highway. What am I trying to? Life is a highway. I wanna ride it all night long. So yeah, you're welcome for that. Okay, so moving on. Okay, these questions are from TikTok. I think anyway. Okay, yeah, a couple of these from TikTok. Georgia, Nicole, what made you get into music? And I don't want, oh, I love music. I want specifics. Well, Georgia, I like you because you're a woman that knows what she wants. And I like that. What made you get into music? What made me get into music? Okay. Not what made me get into music, okay, because I've always done music. What made me decide that I'm going to invest money, put my music out, actually fucking try this shit was I left my baby dad. Newsflash, by the way, sometimes women leave the men. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I left my baby dad, the father of my child, and I remember like because I thought, you know, if I don't break up with you now, I'm gonna do it in 6 months or 6 years. But either way, I'm gonna be back at this point. So I thought, bite the bullet now. And I remember looking at my son, and it was just like the two of us, and it was in my parents' bedroom. Cause I just had him. He's like 2 months old. I remember looking at him and thinking, I've got to go out and get it for you now. Like I've got to go out and get it for you. And this drive inside me, and you know, I went in. Started working at a dessert shop when he was like 2.5 months old, maybe like 3 months old. And while I was working there, then I started putting money in to go to the studio because I just wanted him to grow up to not only like see me doing something I love, not settling. I didn't want him to grow up see me work a job that I hate. And I wanted to be able to build an empire so that he can just grow up and follow his passion and not have to like work from the bottom up like I am. So yeah, that's specifically the moment. And I remember that moment of looking at my son and thinking, right, like we're gonna do this. And then I sat down at the piano and I started like writing stuff. And I actually remember the song I wrote. It's called Clouded. Not that I ever dropped out. It's just like a little piano one. But if you'd like to hear it, I'm sure I can play it for you guys one day. Dear, how do you know when something is or isn't meant for you? Listen to your gut. Listen to how it makes you feel. Yeah, listen to just your belly and your gut feeling is real. It's literally tied to your brain. That's why you got to heal your gut. So your mental health is cool as well. You will know. I feel like you'll know, like energy wise, if you are having to compromise on your morality, yeah, if people aren't sticking to their words, if the vibration feel like you can feel it, you got to be in tune with yourself. You really got to know yourself to be able to listen to yourself, and you got to know what you want. You got to know what you want to stand for, and that's how you're going to know if something is and isn't meant for you. 100%. Lucy, do you actually have a child? Yes, Lucy, I do actually have a child. I have one child and they're 5. Jenny Finnan, hey girl, I was just wondering why you stopped going live on YouTube. Interesting. I was wondering if someone was going to ask this. I did start going live on YouTube a lot, okay? Then I stopped. The reason why I stopped is because I found that 90% of the viewers that I were getting were just weirdo men sexualizing the hell out of me. Like, I'm just sat there and it's constantly open your legs, move this, or just sexual comments, or it's comments where like I actually think, oh, someone's talking, and I'll go to read it out, and they're just trying to catch me out and saying something racist or something crazy, and I'm just like, whoa, like I actually came on here to talk to guys that really wanted to talk to me, like supporters, and I do get some of them, and I feel like my actual supporters will get drowned out by the mass of like weird predatory like viewers. It's crazy, and that's really not my type of vibe. I do want to go live again, but I kind of want to have like a theme for going live, like doing something, so it's not just me sat with the camera, and hopefully so then when like predatory people are like scrolling, or like, you know, just guys that have sexualized brains, they're scrolling and they're not really like just seeing a girl sat at the camera that they can, you know, they're seeing something to do with music. So maybe go live just to like spit bars, go live just to play ukulele or something, but then again it would be like less interactive. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know why I'm doing this, I don't fucking know anything. Oh god, what have we just done? Just lost my fucking place. Okay, I found it. Black Raven, any life lessons you can share, please? Oh my goodness, literally so many. But life lessons, okay. I shoot out a few of my favourite quotes or some shit like that. I don't know, because life lessons, maybe I'll get more into that when I start my podcast, which is just going to be me sat on the sofa. But you have to be odd to be number one, okay? Have to be. Authenticity is the strongest vibrational frequency in the world, above love. Everything has a frequency, vibrates at a frequency. Okay, love, very strong, one of the strongest. The only thing stronger than love is authenticity, which means when you're walking in your true self, your true purpose, aligned with who you truly are, there is nothing more powerful. You are walking in such a powerful vibration when you do that, like, and you can feel it, because days where I'm not staying true to myself is when I'm less happy. Days where I think fuck that, I stay true to me, I'm more happy. So yeah, and also, this too shall pass. I live by that. Everything passes. Sometimes it feels crazy in the moment, but it's gonna pass. It's always gonna pass. Every little L you take is literally orchestrated by God for a reason. It's a lesson, and you're gonna find out even in the moment. You're like, well, this is shit, and you can't really comprehend why this is happening for you. Give it time, and you'll look back and you'll be like, no way, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't even get that. I wouldn't even be here. You've just got to trust all the time and never waver on doubt. Everything's a test. Every time you emotionally react, it's a test from God. So if you emotionally react with doubt that God isn't going to have your back, or he hasn't got your plan set out, you're failing. Never waver on doubt, and that's really how you get there. Is there a movie or television series that catch your attention? I feel like, am I crazy? Did I answer this? Have I accidentally put it in twice? Oh. Okay, maybe I did. I feel like I've already answered that. Okay. We Ever Perform in America, Keep Up the Work, Inc. That's from MKE Brody. Thank you very much. Will I perform in America? Yes, but I have already said, like, I'm not itching to get to America. I'm kind of scared. I've only been on a plane, like, you know, a couple of times in my life, and I feel like that's scary anyway. Like, I know that I seem more like strong sometimes, like I am strong, but like grizzly and like, confident. Like, but when it comes to like, you know, stuff like that, like, gosh, like, let me be chaperone, let me be piggybacked, let me be carried. Maybe I'll feel safe then. I don't know. F2 Dodds, shout out this guy. Never misses a video, never miss it across. And might I add, hold on, round of applause for this guy, because he literally follows me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and will not miss a short or a reel or a post, and will comment on everything, even if it's the same video across different platforms. Will comment, go. He'll reply to my stuff. And you know what his question is? Who's my favourite fan? Number one, I hate the word fan. Okay? You guys are my fans. You is my supporters. There is a big difference, yeah? So when I see the word fan, I don't like that. Your supporters, it's like family. I wouldn't be here without you guys, you know what I'm saying? I really don't like the word fan. I don't know why. It doesn't sit nice with me. But who's my favourite? Come on, F2 Dodge. You know that I can't have favourites. Like, come on, I love you guys all equally. Alright, come on, people. I do actually I love you guys all in different ways. A lot of you guys will fulfill different parts, like, you know, like, I mean, consistent supporters that like I recognise the names of, and like I will reply to a lot. You often reply about certain things all the time, or comment about certain aspects about me. Like there's this one woman, Hannah, and she always comments, you know, more to do with like, she'll always say like, thank you for replying. She'll talk about my son and stuff like that. And then there'll be others that'll be like, you know, I love this part of you, and I love this and this. I don't know how to explain it, but it's you know, like how I imagine, like when I ask my mom like, who's your favorite child, and she's like, oh, I love you all the same but in different ways. I kind of get it now, like I kind of get it, but I don't trust my mom anyway, so. But it definitely ain't me. I'm my dad's favorite though, definitely, because I'm his firstborn and a girl. Okay, way off topic. Okay, last few questions. If you made it this far, thank you so much. What is the thing you mostly regret doing? Nothing, bruv. Nothing. You can't regret anything, because everything that you go through shapes you into who you are now. There's no point regretting anything. Like, you know, even says in the Bible, you look past, she was frozen or something like that. Don't quote me word for word. I'm still reading. But what I'm trying to say is, you keep your eyes forward. You don't look back. Anything that you're like, oh, I regret doing that. No, you just learned that you don't want to do that again. That's literally it. And the thing is, because you could say like, oh, I regret doing that, but then if you regretted doing it and you actually got back to go and change it and not do it no more, you create a time paradox, because then in the future there'd be no reason for you to regret that. Do you get what I'm saying? You mean a constant loop? So yeah, don't regret, just embrace. K4WTHXR, D-self battling on other platforms in the future. In the UK, like I've already said, definitely not. I might do the odd one abroad, but I'm not itching to. And like I said, if you see me battling in the UK again, it's on my platform. It's on this YouTube channel. The Great Form 1988. Love your accent. Where are you from? I was born in Wales. I live in West Midlands, in Telford. My accent specifically is a fucking mix. If you know what I'm saying, like you're a mongrel or you're a mutt as a dog, yeah. Basically, my accent is like a mutt. It's like a mongrel, whatever they call it. It's just mixed. It's just mixed all over, because I pick up a lot. Like if I'm in friendship groups, I very much pick up on what people say, or like the odd twang. I am quite proud that, like, you know, I've got some friends in Brum, have for years, and I don't sound like fully Brummy, and I'm very proud of that. Like, because I was worried that I might pick it up too much being around them, but travel down to London a lot, and I feel like I pick up some stuff that I have done like over the years. I don't really know. It's just a mix. It's just a mix. Every time I speak to someone, they're like, "Where are you from?" Even when I go to the gym in my area, people are like, well, where are you from? Like, you got a twang. You got a twang to your voice. I'm like, yeah, I know. My voice is just one of a kind. It's just one of a kind, mate, like the rest of me. Okay, and the last, guys, we made it. Page 7 out of 7. And obviously it was 7 pages, because 7 is my number. It's a number of divinity. By Molly Fish. Shout out to Molly. I've seen her comment regularly recently. Big love. What is your biggest motivation? My biggest motivation is my family, specifically my son and my dad. I want to be able to give my dad everything that he had to give up to raise us and be who he's had to be throughout his life. I want to be able to return all of that in tenfold, and be able to allow him to retire and just enjoy the rest of his life. I would love that. Makes me emotional just thinking about it. And my son, I want my son to grow up and just, like, you know, just be happy, never lose that loving spirit, never have life break him so hard that he loses like the love in his heart. So that's my motivation, is literally like, keep working, keep being me. But also, when I say keep working, I don't mean run myself into the ground. I just mean, you know, keep working on me. The more you pour into yourself, the more you'll be able to pour into others. So yeah, that's my motivation. It's just to be able to look after my family and make sure that we're all good one day. And, you know, as far as it goes for like my younger brothers and that, like, you lot can go hustle and get a job. I ain't handing nothing out if I ever do hit big bucks. But I'll definitely make sure that everybody is supported, looked after, and happy. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Like, if you made it all the way, thank you to every single person that sent me in a question. There was like some proper different ones throughout this, so I really enjoyed this Q&A. I enjoy it more than the first one that I did. And it wasn't like a bare repeat of questions as well, like it was new stuff. So thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it, or some questions that I was shooting out to you guys, like let me know this, let me know that. Respond to me in the comments, because I do read everything. You know that I read everything. Sometimes I'll reply to the odd haters. They'll be like, oh, why are you replying? And I'm like, bitch, this is my page. The fuck? Like, if I want to reply, I'm gonna reply, okay? So yeah, so catch me cussing people out in the comments. And yeah, till next time, guys. That's it, I guess. Mwah!